Right, Big Mouth Session IPA by the Yeasty Boys out of New Zealand. Bought this just a few hours ago. Meant to take it along to the video I'm going to film now in the woodland. 4.4% alcohol. A light and easy drinker, bursting with sun-kissed South Pacific hops like an Antipodean summer, packaged in a can. So, but it's brewed for them at here in the UK by the West Berkshire Brewery. Anyway, 4.4% alcohol. Yeah, was meant to drink it, but it fell out of a container and smashed over here. It's busy spurting out the side, so gonna be drinking it now. Righto. Smells good though. Yeah, really nice ale. IPA. Goes down pretty easily. I don't rate beers, I don't rate ales. I just say whether I like them or not. So this one's pretty good. Transport mode. Okay, so since this video itself is going to be published probably before my wild camp which I had in here, I'll just film here and show you one of the parts of the woodland, the new ancient woodland that I've discovered, that I have had one wild camping session in. It was a really good session, except just idiot me, I arrived pretty much 20 minutes after sundown. This is just one part of it. This is a really small part of it, just to give you an idea. It's got open spaces down, I don't know if you can see it on camera, behind that tree over there. There's kind of a big open gap. There's these random open spaces, and then there's this like kind of hawthorn spooky kind of stuff. So it's all random. It's all very random stuff going on in here. But it is an ancient woodland. I have seen it on a map and read various things about it. I still actually don't know the species of this tree. The bark looks like a willow to me. The leaves slightly much like a willow, but I don't know for sure. And yeah, they're shedding leaves now. Last week they had like double the amount of foliage that they have today. Rain is on and off. I brought a cheapo tarp. I have a DD which I've left at home simply because of the fact that it's like the 4x3 meter, and I just want to film in this one location here with a nice moss on this old tree. So I just need a small one. I got like a 2x3 or a 2x something, so that's just going to cover. I'm hoping it is raining, so I'm hoping to obviously shelter myself from the rain in case it comes down pretty hard at some point. And then the main thing is to try and block the noise of the highway. But this place is an awesome place. Then you can see that fungi down there. Came in with a bike. Estimating my rucksack with all my gear. I did leave gear at home, things which are way too heavy to bring just to show for this, and I can't unpack them, so they'll just be in a bag like my Polish Palatka Lavu tent. So I left those kind of things at home. I have them on a list so I can list them out, and then later at home I'll film and I'll obviously add all that into here. But I'm estimating my bag to be just somewhere around 20 kilos. Let's get unpacking. So far so semi-good. This is the first time I've ever put up a tarp. I'm purely doing it mainly because I'm trying to film something, and the rain came down. It's like sporadic today. It's just all over the place. Rain, sunshine, wind, everything. I don't mind. Outdoors, adventure, that's what it's all about. So anyway, this is the cheapo tarp. I thought it only had 4 eyelets, one on each corner, but it turns out it's got like 3 on the short sides and like I think 4 on the long sides. So you know, it's the first time I've done this. The idea is just to obviously cover from the rain, and the other one is to try get rid of that stupid noise in the background of the damn highway, because I'm gonna have the camera in there filming this way. Okay, so I'm not going for any kind of special Scout Master rig, all the knots and all that, but what I want to do is just pull that a bit further back, so I'm gonna have to fashion up a stake and steal one of the bungee things from that side, pull that one in, have the flexible one coming out. It's not too bad, man, it's alright, first time, you know. And basically that's the cord that came with my DD top. You know, you click buy, they have a little drop down menu that says would you like some more cord. I click yes. I thought it was free. No, I'm kidding. So I got a 10 meter spare cord. That's going to be for my ridge line for my DD top, so I don't want to cut it up. That's why I've like tied it onto there, up there, around, across, down to that one, there, and then up to that side. I don't want to cut it. And then I do have my other cordage which I bought ages ago when I just started Bushcraft. That stuff is very thin, it's like 3mm, and I've only got like 10 or 20 meters of it, and I'd rather cut it into longer pieces that I can use. So I'm gonna start packing everything out now, get my Mora, cut up a stake, get this properly set up. Super quick 10 peg top peg thing. So I had a look at it, looks like pretty high quality, quite solid. So carrying on from there, just make it sharp. Trying to make that as flat as possible. Try and hook something underneath here. Curve it out a bit more. Okay, so here it finally is. The supposed to be November full out gear review. Bushman All Outdoors. That's me. Sorry it came so late. I did have other items coming in the mail, so basically I just decided to wait till I have everything. So take one. Let's see if I can do this in one thing. Here we have it. So that's my Halterforce Trekker Agdor range, the one on the top left. I have recently put in a bunch of inner tubes, bicycle inner tubes around the neck, just to protect it when I'm busy learning how to use an axe, pretty much. I've not really done anything with the handle yet. A lot of people do complain when they purchase this Agdor range, because it's the lower end range of Halterforce Burks, and they complain about, you know, they just need to sand it down and kind of oil it. I haven't done that yet. I'm pretty cool with that. The axe was £31, I think, with delivery on eBay. The one below it is the bearded carving axe that I had. I didn't have it handmade, but it's handmade, and I ordered it from Bulgaria on eBay. Both of them come with their own sheaths. That's why I decided to order these two axes. So the first one, it's raining here, so that is the thick sheath of the small carving axe from Bulgaria. Really high quality, and that was kind of like the deal breaker for me. For this little axe. I did want a bearded carving axe anyway, and price wise this was a pretty good one, and I'm a beginner, so that's it. This is the sheath that comes with the halter force. That's my everyday Bushcraft hatchet. I did buy that before I bought that, and I kind of realized when that arrived that, okay, you won't be able to use this for chopping logs and stuff. So not a great sheath, but I'm still going to make use of it. I'm going to put a little, it keeps slipping off, so I'm going to put a little leather thong here going around the back of the neck, over there, coming across and holding it on. I'll do that eventually. I do have some leather, I just don't have a punch. Then this is my Moro Companion Heavy Duty. This knife, the tang is said to go up until around here, as I've mentioned in my previous gear review video, whereas the lower models of the Moro Heavy Duty Companion, they have a thinner blade. This one is 3.2 millimeters, and I don't know, I think those blades are 2.3 millimeters, and the tang of those blades go only to about here, so they would wear out a lot quicker when you're doing things like battening wood. What I've done is with the Moros is they do not have, you cannot strike ferrocerium rods with them, or ferro rods, or fire steels, so because the edge of the back of the knife is quite rounded, I've taken a file to the back of mine and I've made it 90 degrees, so I am able to light all my fires with this knife now. I do not intend on replacing this knife anytime soon, as much as I'd like to buy a new knife. Problems that I have with this knife now after all the usage is I feel like the handle is too small for me, so that's a personal issue. It's a really, really good knife. Comes super sharp, very easy to sharpen, just extremely high quality. I got the carbon, and the product code of this knife is 12210. The other product codes of the knives that are much cheaper than this, just a few pounds or dollars or pence or whatever less, whatever part of the world you're in, it's going to be a little bit less. That is like the 840 and the 860, and those are really cheap. I reckon just spend a little bit more and get this knife. Moving on, this is my Bodger's mallet. So I made this down in Devon, and that's what this item got me. Actually, this item and the people who showed me how to make this got me into green woodworking, which then got me into bushcrafting. So I just went ahead, made this mallet, knew I could use it like on my allotment or in my garden. The tin, I've put that on myself because it started splitting, so I wanted to prevent it from splitting. I'm not too sure what it is, it's either sycamore or ash. And I take this along with me on short distance trips when weight is not an issue, or if my belly's growing and I want to do a bit of exercise, carry this guy along. So done pretty well, done a bit of batoning with it, and yeah. And to date, that is still the only thing I've ever made out of green woodworking. The next thing is brand new. Haven't even opened it yet. So that's the Mora wood carving knife. I forgot the actual code of this. The 162S. I didn't open it yet. Obviously this is for carving spoons and bowls and cookses and things like that. I got a really good deal on this. Got on eBay for like I don't know, it was like £15 plus delivery, came to like £17. Usually these are for sale for like a pretty hefty amount, like £23 onwards. Oh yes, forgot to mention, this is my Bako Laplander folding saw. It's another Swedish make. So you've got, you got Sweden here, Bulgaria here, Sweden here, and I have a feeling there's more Swedish stuff further on. Okay, as I'm cycling today, bike over there, it's a really far distance, about 5 kilometers each way. Definitely you should always, if you've got a heavy backpack, I don't mind walking it, but today a pump, one inner tube, and a little, obviously plastic tire lifter, I forgot what they're called. I have two, I don't know what the other one is. Yeah, then food wise was woo. So food wise, food prep wise, you've definitely seen this bugger in some of my other videos. That's the Pathfinder Canteen cook set. Let me move over here quickly before I show that to you. So this is the Opinel. I took the number 9. I wanted a slightly bigger blade. Opinel is a French make. Very good knives for basically just your food prep. Extremely sharp, folding blade. I was an idiot. I went for the carbon, and hence you can see stating over there. Yeah, just wasn't thinking at that time. So the other one I'll show you is my current, or my was previously current fire steel. I made the handle myself. I know it's a bit skew in places. Basically all I did was I just carved the handle out of a piece of hazel, and I drilled the hole exactly the same diameter, stuffed the ferro rod in, and just left it overnight, and was kind of hoping that tomorrow I'll pull it out, find my epoxy resin or something, stick that in there, and it actually tightened around it, and you can't really get it out very easily. That's blood, by the way, over there. I put a small little lanyard just so I can hang it on things, not to put around my wrist. This is just a first attempt at just making a handle, really. And I no longer use this ferro rod as much, mainly because I lost it, misplaced it for a little while. So I'll move those things out of the way quickly. Let's get back to the Pathfinder. Okay, so it's a bit difficult to do this in case it falls down. This is my main go-to cook set, because you have your water container in the main flask, NATO style flask. I think it's a 1 liter. Got the wide open mouth designed so that if you're in a survival situation and you find a little stream and the stream is really low, or puddles and things like that, you'll be able to still get water in that situation. Lid for the canteen, the cooking canteen. There's the cooking canteen, and I'm doing this with one hand. And attached to the bottom is the stand, the stove stand. I'll take that off quickly. Typical canteen, this thing folds up, hooks into there. You got some measurements in there, printed measurements. I prefer non-printed, I prefer stamped, but I really dig this cooking kit. Put this aside. There's the stand. I've used it once, and basically it's quite small. It's not something that you'd put on the ground and put sticks into and try make a little fire inside it and then have this over it. I mean, it's kind of like wasted effort, make a lot of mistakes, you know, it won't be easy to get it lit. So basically this is something which you have an existing fire going, and when there's some hot embers, you stick that on, move it around, get it steady, and then shove your canteen pot. That's this one. You shove that over it. So while you've got a fire going, you can be cooking other things and then have something else going in this pot. The bag that comes with it, 2 little pouches on the side. I normally keep my Opinel in the one. It can fall out because these pockets are kind of pathetic. So what I do is I have a bag of wet wipes inside there, and I kind of put them in a way that they're quite tight and that won't fall out very easily. Then obviously it's got straps, various straps, so you can connect it in different ways. I don't do that yet, but I think I might in the future to save space inside the backpack, the Bergen, the rucksack, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, you can put spices in there, you can do many different things. This is the lixada Chinese-made folding camping stove. I've put it in many videos, but I don't know if those videos have reached online yet. So basically, this thing was like 12 British pounds plus delivery, and when you compare that to the major brands, it's a really huge bargain. This is extreme high quality budget bushcraft right here. What I've done today is I've put the alcohol burner holder inside, which I never use. I just put it in to show you, in case some of my videos have ended up online and you've always seen this guide being used. It takes about 19 seconds pretty much to put this guy together. It's got hinges and it's got this one pin in the corner that puts it together. It does have the bottom tray over there, and then it's got the folder over here. Rain's coming down super hard, and then it's got this X marks the spot thing. This little thing to hold your pots, make sure your water, boiling your water, doesn't fall in there, things like that. And the size of the stove is awesome, and the price is awesome. And I'm not affiliated with these guys one bit, but seriously, budget bushcraft, get this. Don't get the ones that fit together, kind of like a jigsaw kind of thing. I can see people struggle putting those together. This one is just so simple. Comes in one of these typical Velcro kind of bags, and slides in, slides out pretty easily. I've used this easily for at least maybe gonna get under the top a little bit more. I've used that easily maybe about 10 times now, and there's no issue whatsoever with there's a little bit of warping, but not enough to actually cause any problems. Literally nothing. Okay, so moving on to the next bit. So now we're in the fire and food making section. You've seen the opinel, you've seen my ferro rod, my second one. This is my current ferro rod. I'm going bigger as we go along. So that one is 60mm by 6mm, I think it was. This one over here. Yeah, 60 by 6. This one is 10, so yeah, 100mm by 10mm. And I bought two of these, and soon I'm going to carve a new handle. I bought two. For the second one is for a special purpose, which I'll mention later. This guy was my original ferro rod. This is an everyday carry style, prepper stuff. I'm not into prepping, but I just thought it was a really nice little looking thing. Okay, so the striker is in this part, it screws out. The ferro rod is situated in this part. You screw this off. This is a protective cap. I'll show it a little bit later. But once you've taken this guy off, this guy screws onto the back there to make the handle longer. The issue with this ferro rod is that it's only 40mm long by 4mm wide. So it's cool for a very small little emergency everyday carry thing, but it was a pain in the ass to start fires with, and it's a very good practice to learn how to use a ferro rod, because obviously you make loads of mistakes, and when you get to use a real one like the bigger ones over there, it feels a lot better. So I'm glad I found this. I thought I lost this actually. Okay, all my gear is getting wet. My bag's probably going to be twice as heavy. Okay, next in line, Tom Shoe, a brand that I don't really like very much. This is just the folding windbreaker, the aluminium style metal windbreaker. So it's got quite a few sections there. You can use it to obviously protect your fire and reflect heat back towards you. The kind of pathetic thing about it is it has these sliding mechanisms which slide that into the ground. I don't know if you can see that. So that pin is like 35-40mm long. So basically, to use this thing, to use this fire windbreak, you'd have to just make some stakes out of wood and just place them. So you stand the guy up like that, and you just have to put like a stake in there, a stake behind it, and there and there and there and there, however you want to shape it.